חודש יולי 2023 היה חודש חג בכדורגל המלטזי, חודש חג, ואני אומר את הצירוף הזה מכיוון שמלטה הייתה המדינה, סליחה, שזכתה לארח את אליפות אירופה בכדורגל לנוער שנערכה מן הסתם בחודש יולי 2023. נבחרת מלטה הייתה מארחת, וזאת הייתה ממיטב זיכרוני הטורניר הראשון הגדול אי פעם בכל שכבת גיל אפשרית של נבחרת מלטה, משכבת הגילאים השונים שמלטה השתתפה. אני הולך עכשיו לעשות פרויקט מיוחד שבו אני אדבר, וגם בסרטון הקרוב וגם בסרטונים הבאים, אמן ואמן ואמן, עם כדורגלנים כישרוניים מהעולם כולו. וכמו שאומרים, הדרך מתחילה מהקטן ואז עוברת לגדול. אז עכשיו אני עושה את הצעד הראשון, והצעד הראשון הזה יהיה עם קפטן נבחרת הנוער לשעבר של מלטה שנכנס עכשיו.
In progress.
Yo, bro.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, how are
mate?
you doing, mate?
I'm good. You?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Where are you from?
But I can hear myself twice somehow.
But you're hearing me.
Okay, so what was the moment which made you believe that football is your future?
Well, basically, it all started when I was young, playing football. Like, my father pushed me into football. And basically, like, with time, when I was around 12 years old, one summer, no, maybe 10 years old, one summer, I was playing with this bunch of kids, and I didn't play very good. And after like 1 hour, my father like pulled me aside and told me, like, what are you doing? You're not good at football. He told me like that. He told me, I don't care if you become a footballer or whatever, but in your life, when you do something, like, you need to give it your 100% and try your best, you know?
Yes.
So from there, like, I said, okay, let's focus on football. And since I was like 11, 10 years old, like, I gave it my all, and like I started seeing my goal, you know, to make it
Yes.
professional, and I worked real hard.
Yes. To tell the truth, I've planned to ask the next question right in the end, but I'm gonna ask it now. As a center back, which center back is your idol?
Basically, I have two, you know, like, I have Ruben Diaz and Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
I really like them, you know, they are physically strong, they play from the back, which is something I like. So yeah, that's them basically.
Yeah, Van Dijk, one of the best defenders in the world. Me as a huge Premier League fan, it's like pleasure for me to watch a lot of Premier League clubs like, you know, Liverpool, Manchester City, Tottenham, Arsenal. It's, for me, the best league in the world.
Yes, it is the best league in the world, you know. And it's a
Yes.
dream to play.
And I can give you a clue here which team I support.
I cannot see, my friend.
Tottenham. Here, there's the logo.
Yes, I see it.
Yeah.
Very good team.
Yeah, very good team. It's very good team, and you've started to have very good time as a youth player in Malta's youth leagues. You started playing for what was that? Excuse me, I forgot the. First for Malta, and then for the club in the town you were born, San Juan.
Exactly. Then I moved to Portugal after
Yes.
playing first.
Yes, and before we move to Portugal, I want to ask you, how was like your experience with both Malta and San Juan? Because I would say that the preview for you know, the real stage, the top European stage?
Well, basically in Malta, I was playing in San Juan. I was around 16 years old, 17 years old, and I was playing in the second league, but
Mm-hmm.
it was men's football. So as a kid, like I was still a kid, I was playing men's football. It gave me a boost, you know, in my career. Like
Yes,
playing versus men is not easy. So okay, the level is not that much, but I believe that it helped me a lot, you know.
yes,
And then with the national team also, you know, like you
yes,
face like top, top, like you know, the best youth players in Europe, and it also, I believe, helped me develop myself. You know.
yes. That's good. In August last year, you moved to Portugal, like you said earlier. You moved to join Boa Vista. It's well, it was the first time, I believe, that you moved abroad. It was at the age of 18, and I'm asking you, were you like afraid or a little bit in worry because you're moving to a new country, or you were actually like very happy and excited from like day one?
To tell you the truth, these things like when you are young, you dream of them. You know, like
Yeah.
you like as a football player. You know, like you say, okay, when I grow up, I'll move abroad. And at first, when I moved abroad, like it was a dream come true. You know, like I was
Yes.
playing top tier football. You know, like with the best youth. And but then like after 1 month, 2 months, like you know, you start feel like sometimes you start feeling alone. You don't have your parents, you know, your friends around you. You're alone.
Yes.
You know, so at sometimes it wasn't easy. You know, like
Yes.
especially imagine you have a bad day at training and you have no one home. You're alone. You know, it's not easy.
Yes.
But like with time, you get used to it. You know, and now I'm living my best life. You know.
Yes. I'm happy for you. In your first weeks or months in Portugal, who were there like physically to support you as a new player in a new country?
Basically, I was alone here, so I had no one. But I like my mom and dad, like they always call me every day, you know, and
Yeah, that's crucial for your footballer who moves abroad.
yes, and I thank them a lot, you know, like without them I wouldn't be here, you know, they did a lot for me, you know.
Yes, excuse me. I've talked also about teammates that maybe you got used to as the time went.
Ah, I understand. Yes, of course, like you make friends as time goes, you
Yes,
know, but
yes,
the competition is huge here, you know, like I believe Portugal produces one of, I think it produces, you know, the most or the best players in young players in Europe, you know. So the competition was huge. So sometimes making friends is not easy, you know. As a foreigner coming to Portugal, you don't speak the language, you know, and here they don't speak a lot of English, you know. So it
yeah.
was
The
not easy.
main language is Portuguese. So how did you like develop? You've like started to learn the language or something like that?
Yes, basically like at first it was very hard, you know, not like I couldn't understand nothing. Even the coach sometimes wasn't fluent in English.
Yes,
But with time, you know, you get used to it. Like maybe after 5, 6 months, you get the hang
yes,
of it. And now, like after I've been here like 1 year, 4 months, I think something like that. Like I can speak Portuguese, you know,
yes.
not fluent, but I can understand everything, you know.
Yes, that's good. Also, me as one who knows both like Hebrew and English as languages, I like know them good. I think it's very important. No matter if you're like footballer or doctor or something like that, that you'll have like a second language to speak just in case.
Yes, languages for me, like nowadays are, I believe, even if it wasn't football, you know, languages are very important. You know, the more you
Yes.
know languages, the better, you know, you can go anywhere, you know.
Yes, um, it's very important to know languages, and I I think I'll make you feel happy after I'll ask that question. Bring me back to the moment. when you know when you knew when you know, excuse me, that Malta will be the hosts of the under 19 2023 European Championship?
It was, I think, it was a weird feeling, because at first I was like, what? Like us, Malta, like Malta's a very small country, like we don't usually compete in this kind of tournaments.
Yes.
And it was like, wow, why me? I'm going to play in this huge tournament,
It's not
and
only you, only I felt it as an Israeli when I went to report the under 17 Euros in Israel. It's like where like Israel qualified for tournaments like that. So I felt like the pleasure of watching young players who like go far, like Zaire Emery from PSG, Mati Stel from Bayern Munich, and it was special for me, just special.
yes, like I was like, what? Like me? Why me? Why
Yes.
I'm going to play against these
Yeah.
top players? But then I made a goal, like I said, like whatever happens, I need to play in this tournament,
Yes.
like, and I worked like for 1 year and I made it.
Yes. And it's not that you only played in the tournament. You were the captain of that team, which made I think more, pride, happiness to represent your country. As you said, small country, not popular country in football, but country which like made football history with that under 19 tournament.
Yes, exactly. Like it was, like I couldn't be any prouder, like wearing the armband, like facing these talents, huge talents, and like facing them facing up, not like this, facing down. Like you go out there and with pride, and you represent your country. And it was like for me a dream come true, to play in the Euros, like this huge tournament and be the captain of it. It was a dream come true.
Yes, and if you know, I'm like going through the um, names you played against. Wait a minute, I just need to find this page. Excuse me, I had a busy day today. I had a busy day today, but what I said that it's very important, yeah, to be in this tournament. Under 19 center backs. Before I'll say their names, I know you played in group with Portugal as well. We talked about Portugal, so that what that's like a new question for me. It's like a self derby for you. You like know Portugal, the country, know the Portuguese league. So what was like your feeling playing against Portugal?
I think I had a bit of pressure, like I knew the language, I knew what players were saying on the pitch, I needed to perform. Like people knew that I played in Portugal,
Yes.
and it was not easy, but I believe I did well, and it was a very nice game. We lost to one, but we played good, I believe, and it was a good day for me.
Yeah, it was a good day for you, and you know, I believe that despite the defeat as well, there's like a lot of like another good moments to take from the game itself, and I think one of them is excuse me, when Puma scored the historic goal against Portugal to make it 1-1. I think it was like a big target for you in the tournament, like to score a goal and show that you came for that tournament, not only to say like, oh, with the hosts of the tournament, you'd like wanted to actually play your football and threat the rivals.
Yes, I believe in the tournament we showed, and like because before the tournament we did like 2 months like
Yes.
training for it. And I believe that in the tournament we showed what we trained for. We competed, we didn't just play, you know, we competed in the 3 games we played. Like we faced each team with our head up and we played our football, you know.
Yes.
It wasn't easy, but we still played, you know, and I think we gave a good match to everyone in the group, you know.
Yes, I'm looking now in the players you in the squad. You faced players like Endor, Italian, who also played in Benfica, Coleosho, who now plays for Burnley, Rodrigo Ribeiro, good player as well from Sporting, youth tournament. They can like before the tournaments, players can be unknown, but after the tournaments, players, like I said, can become like good players. And as I said, Coleosho now plays for Burnley in the Premier League. And Dor is like a prospect signed for PSG recently.
Exactly, exactly. In this tournament, there were, as I told you, very huge names, you know.
Yes. Yes, very huge tournament. And what was like the response you got from your parents, your close friends? You know, I think it was like one of the best moments you had in your life so far, if not the best.
Yes, yes, it was the best, of course, you know, like playing versus these huge teams, Italy, Portugal, Poland, like in front of huge crowds, you know, like friends,
Yes.
family, all there watching you. It was the best feeling I ever, like the best feeling I ever had, you know.
Yes. Yes, it's the best feeling ever. So what now you no I also see that you like started to cup for under 21, like upgrading yourself, playing 3 matches. One of them is also, I believe, a good, you know, lesson for the future to face Spain, strong Spanish side with players like Arnau Martinez, Gabri Veiga, Stefan Bajsetic, but I think that regardless of the result, that the most important thing for you was to, you know, to not just to see them, but to play against them and continue your develop every game, no matter against which team you're playing.
Yes, yes, of course. It was a huge stepping stone for me, you know, after under 19 managed to get in the 3 call-ups that they were made of the under 21s. Like first call-up was Hungary, Spain, and I
Yes,
played in it. Second call-up was Scotland and Belgium. I was
yes,
called up but got injured with
yes.
my ankle, so I didn't play. And
Yeah, I
last
hope you're
call,
okay now.
yes, yes, I'm okay now. I'm fully back. You know, like
Yeah,
I had I was in Malta to like 3 days ago. There was another international break, and I
yeah.
played versus Kazakhstan and Lithuania, and it was good experience. You know, it's under 21 international level is very, very, very top level. You know.
Yes, it's pretty good. And of course, I believe your big dream is like, you know, never give up and to hopefully soon represent like the senior team. I know there's a lot of work to be done. Like with me, I'm setting myself targets and still I'm telling myself that there's a lot of work I need to do in order to achieve these targets.
Exactly, exactly. Like there's a lot of work, but you know, one day or another, I believe if you work hard, things will go your way. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always, you know, calm and with like strong faith that I continue my hard work and believe that no matter what, um, my hard work will bring some like important results and results that I first didn't believe it would happen, but now they're happening. Like sports are having, some exciting stories. I can't hear you. I said,
Sorry, I didn't understand.
it was like I thought it was like freeze for 1 minute, but I'll repeat myself. I said that yeah, it's pretty important and crucial, to continue work hard and not
Yes,
to
exactly.
stop,
Like,
even if and I'm talking, we pretty much have the like same situation like in um, like football, like Israel and Malta. Here, the Israelis, like expecting um, more, but I believe here in Malta, you like being whatever happens, you're like loyal to the process.
yes, of course. Malta for me, the national team gave me a lot. It gave me a stage where people saw me.
Yes.
So I'll give it all, like for the national team, and I have a lot of pride when it comes to playing for the national team.
Yes, that's good. Um, so I'm very happy for you and your thing with the under 19 tournament. And one more thing about the under 19 tournament, which player was the toughest player you faced?
I think for me personally, it was there were a lot of good players. Like there was Borgs, he plays for he's Portuguese, he plays for Ajax now. He's
Yes,
playing in the Europa League, and for me, he was one of the best players.
yes,
I think that for me that was the toughest opponent. As a striker, very fast, very dynamic. It was not
yes.
easy.
Yes, that's pretty now. I do it now in both languages. אז חברים יקרים, זה היה ראיון עם ג'ייק מיכאלף, מלטזי. Jake, it was a huge pleasure to be with you and to give for all of the football fans here in Israel, and also around the world, like inside report about the development of Malta in football, especially in the under 19 tournament. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. It was a very nice conversation,
Yeah.
and I loved it. So thank you.
You're welcome.